How's it going, everyone? It's Adrenaline7 here, and we're still playing XCOM 2 Long War mod installed. So, last video we did a particular mission, that was the, what was it again? Fire mask, I think it was. Now we're going to go with the original mission that we were doing, the spider knife. So we're going to try that out. So as you can see, I'm making it going. That mission previously had just disappeared. We're up to 200% with the infiltration, which is fantastic. It's exactly what we're looking for. So I don't think it's worth boosting infiltration because we're at maximum anyway. So I believe from here we actually just launched the mission. So my objective for this one is to actually gather particular intel. So I need to go in, find a particular terminal, hack it, and then escape. And, you know, because I've done the infiltration as well, I won't have to worry about it, because I have to admit, I have tried this mission out when I first started doing a recording, when my microphone kept stuffing up on me. And, yeah, it just ended up, getting my butt whooped. So here, like I said, like I did previously, I've cut some of these videos and stuff like that, so I've cut some of these clips so that I'm just showing you more of the highlights than anything else. And yeah, so I just want to show you where the enemies were, how they all, you know, where they're all located at the time, because there was only a few enemies anyway. Like I said, you know, you give a full infiltration in these early missions. Excuse me, I'm burping a bit. You do a full infiltration for these missions, and you only end up with like less than 10 enemies, which is fantastic. It's really cool. But otherwise, yeah, doing pretty well. After this mission, if I've got enough of the materials and stuff like that, I'd love to try and improve some of the weaponry, because I know that's going to be one of the main things that I need to fix. So you can see there's already a few enemies around there, and we've got a couple of these sentries going around. Pretty easy enemies. I mean, there's really nothing to them. So, yep, still cutting along, just trying to find out where these next ones are exactly, whether they're going to loop around, because this particular map it's got like a squarish sort of, like there's the building in the middle, and basically we're just trying to make our way around. I'm just seeing if these guys actually loop their way around. Oh, they've got another sentry who's coming along this way, or it was just the same one, I'm not too sure, but in any case, they're searching around there. So what I ended up doing was just hunkering down for a while, just to wait for the enemies to actually come to me, because I found that to be a useful strategy, just to find out where they're going. The enemies, find out their find out their route first, and go from there. Now, yeah, I remember looking at it, what the hell happened there? So yeah, once I scroll, yeah, I'm going to scroll over. I mean, yeah, this guy here. He just went through the ground and then just crashed into the window. Oh well. In any case, I had to move out. I'm basically just hunkering down for now, just waiting for these enemies to turn up so that I can just give them a surprise attack. It's pretty easy stuff. There's really not much to it. But otherwise, yeah. You know, and I recorded this. I recorded this a couple of nights ago. Like, at the time of doing this voiceover, it's 25th of June. So, you know, it's almost the end of the school term as well. Oh, see, this enemy here, like, I'm right in his range. But because I've been hunkering down, and because I am behind cover, if I move, they're going to spot me. So, what I ended up doing was trying to attack those enemies at the top and then getting those guys there. Oh, well. And anyway, so it's the 25th of June when I'm recording this voiceover. The gameplay itself was recorded a night or two beforehand. And, yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about the announcement for the new XCOM DLC, because I don't know if I've talked about that yet, and if I have, I do apologize for it. But if I haven't talked about it, then I'm just going to say just a couple of things. I don't particularly think I'm going to get it. Now, that's not to say, like, I've got, like, all of the XCOM 2 expansion pack so far, and I was a huge fan of the expansion pack, like the Enemy Within expansion pack for the first XCOM, you know, the reboot one. I was a huge fan of that one, and I thought to myself, you know what, these Alien Hunter ones, like, not the Alien Hunter, sorry, the the War of the Chosen. So they've got three particular, from what I've seen anyway. I just saw like just a bit of a video for it, a bit of a trailer. So we've got three particular enemies who are gonna possibly conflict with your operations and who are basically tasked to kill you. And when I mean you, I mean the actual commander himself. So anyway, side note. So yeah, got some of that down, and I'm going to attack him once more with somebody else. But yeah, the War of the Chosen. So you got three particular enemies. One with a sword, who's the assassin. Then you got one who possibly focuses on psionic attacks, who is called who is he? The Warlock, I think he is. And then you've got the hunter, who focuses with who uses a sniper rifle. So. You might want to, like I said, you can check out other YouTube channels and stuff like that. I think there was one called Tapcat. He's just recently released a video, and he talks a bit about what he thinks is going to happen with the DLC and stuff like that. And he seems like he knows what he's talking about, because he kind of specializes in strategy games, and particularly XCOM 2. He's done a fair few videos, so you know, good on him for it. But yeah, I'm just doing the gameplay for it. But I don't think I'm going to be doing it because, well, I'm just preemptively thinking that Long War 2 is going to absolutely rip me into shreds in the later games. So yeah, and I don't want any extra add-on on top of that. Mind you, it would be fun to do, but you know, as fun as this game is, it can be incredibly frustrating as well. As with other games as well. I mean, I can't say too much about it because, you know, I do play Dark Souls, you know, and it's not just the first one or just the third one. I mean, I've played all of them, so I'm actually. Oh, there we go. They've come out now, so they must have heard everything. They've gone. You know what? It's time to get out. Oh, because it was using suppression on him. That's probably why. So they've decided to go around there. And anyway, this guy comes out and he somehow is just able to completely rip me. I mean, check that out. 5 damage from a person who's got six particular health points. 2 armor and... Yeah, 2 armor and 4 health points, and he almost gets ripped. And it's a shame because he's my mutton chop guy. I like him. Yeah, who is he? Is he my heavy or is he my gunner? I really don't know. I'm honestly, because of the Long War mod and because of the extra classes and stuff like that, they're using classes from the older XCOM as well, because the classes in XCOM 2 are actually changed. They do some different stuff, more designed for hit and run tactics as opposed to let's all group up together, ambush someone, and then, I mean, you know, let's all go together, push forward, and defeat the aliens that way. Well. So, in any case, like I said, you know me, trying to blow things up. You know, I want to try and utilize the, I just want to get rid of the enemies. The more enemies there are, the more chance they have to shoot me and kill me. So the best thing I can do is just eliminate an enemy I know who's going to die. So that's why I chose that guy on the right. Now, with this guy, because he only had the 1 health, I really didn't want someone to die, so I actually ended up just moving him, getting him into a safe position. But I think I move him. I don't know what do I move him first? I really can't remember, and I'm taking a long time for this. Just for a decision like that, I could have done that a lot faster. So what's the deal here? Do I end up throwing a grenade, or... I think I end up throwing a grenade just to make sure that he dies. Because, like I said, it's the most... Like, I just want to get it done. I just want this guy to go. Oh, well. Anyway, so what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I played Dark Souls. I'm halfway through Dark Souls 1. I've finished Dark Souls 2 twice. And that's the Scholar of the Sin edition, the Scholar of the First Sin edition. Dark Souls 3, I've finished it, I've basically finished it twice on the one character. And that's not even the character that I'm doing on my Dark Souls 3 playthrough now. That's actually my second character, and I've already made a third who's going to specialize in part melee, but mostly sorceries. So I want to get all 3 particular, 3 particular parts of offense there. That's particularly the magic part. So I got one sorcerer specialty, one miracle specialty, and one pyro slash dark. One pyro specialty. But anyway, we're not talking about Dark Souls. We're talking about XCOM. Okay, so I finally moved him out of the way, so he's basically out of harm's way now. So I think from here I just try and push forward to get rid of the sectoid and to, do all sorts of stuff there. Which I think I've got about good 10 minutes worth of footage and stuff like that I've still got left here. So I'm just inching my way forward, just trying to get rid of some of these enemies here. And it makes me think as well, some of the points they're trying to make as well, that, oh, they got rid of him, that was good. It's funny, he's an Indian guy, yet he's got like a semi-Scottish accent. Oh, that's right, he gets wasted. Well, somewhat wasted. Uh-huh, that's just the way it is. Oh, that's right, he comes up, but he doesn't do any attacks, so I attack him with the other guy. I think the enemies come out now. I think they're just prepping themselves up. Oh, that's right, yeah. The sectoid does that. I have to remember, the sectoids here reanimate corpses. I'm still not used to it, considering I've played this game before. Like, I haven't finished it. I got to the Advent Black site and I stopped playing it there because I just kept getting my butt whooped so much. Yeah, Berserkers really got me then, and I wasn't prepared on. I wasn't preparing for the mission properly, so it doesn't matter what I was doing. I just couldn't get there. I just wasn't going to do it, so I kind of just stopped playing after a while, which is a shame because this game is good, as unfair as it can be, and it does heavily rely on RNG. It really does. But at the same time, it's technically it's a good game, and I think you just need to give it a second chance to actually appreciate it. Kind of like, well, in a sense like that, I guess to me it was kind of like Fallout New Vegas, which is I would probably say is my favorite game of all time, mainly because there is just so much you can do, and with mods and stuff like that, it's just so open-ended. It's really, really cool, and it's just a fun, engaging game. Anyway, at first, like, I was a huge Fallout 3 fan, absolutely huge, and like, I had played that like 6 times through, both the normal and the Game of the Year edition and stuff like that. In fact, I had actually purchased the game when it first came out, and then when the Game of the Year edition came out, I actually traded in my copy of the game to purchase the Game of the Year edition, only because I wanted the extra stuff, because it came in a lunchbox with a making of DVD, an art book, like a concept art book, and it came with a little Vault Boy bobblehead, which I've still got, and I still keep it around. I have to put it out of the way now because my daughter keeps playing with it. She keeps her eyes off everything. So there we go. Commander finally down. Oh, the Advent Commander finally down. He gave me a little bit of trouble for a while. So I'm just trying to think. I think I end up shooting that guy first, the zombie, the reanimated corpse there. So yeah, Fallout New Vegas was my favorite game of all time. I had played Fallout 3 so much. So when New Vegas first came out, I got that. I started playing it, and it's because it's got such a slow start. I just didn't like it. I just could not get into it. The desert was boring. There was nothing to do. It took ages to get to like the first town and the first mission that you have. It just took a really long time, and I just wasn't enjoying it. So I played it for a while. I'm like, you know what? This sucks. I ended up taking it back, and yeah, I just did not like it. But as time went, I decided, you know what? I need to give it a second chance. I mean, Fallout 3 was all good, but the fact that Fallout New Vegas, you've got extra stuff, you've got different factions, and the fact that the original Fallout series was actually set in the western USA anyway, with like deserts all around. I think it was, where was it set? It was already set. It was set in California. Well, the Republic of California anyway. It was set there, so I thought, you know what, it's good for the lore. It does have all these features, and maybe I just need to sit down and try it out. So I did. I got the Ultimate Edition. I played that, and after I actually took my time with it, and I learnt to love it. And when it got to the point where I got so far into the game, like I finished it a couple of times, but I got so far into the game, when I got to level 50 in New Vegas, because I had it on PlayStation, it on the PlayStation 3, it basically stopped working for me because it was so buggy. It was ridiculous. So I ended up getting on a PC, and I installed about 120 odd mods for it, and it's honestly the best game I've ever played. And that's where I get from that. But XCOM 2, I mean, there's so much you can do. There's so much you can do with this game anyway. Like, there's a few mods going around. There's so many different packs you could make or characters. You can design them all. There's a character pool, which I haven't actually tried out extensively yet. All I made was just some blonde chick who looked like she was from either America or Sweden or something like that, just to test it out. I looked at all the helmets. I looked at all the gear and the gadgets and whatever, and it was really cool, but it's not something you don't want to. It's a bit of a, I don't know, like it's good to have, but in a game like this, it's not something you'd really want to utilize, mainly because the soldiers are expected to die. So what's the point of taking all this time to go and create these characters, yet they're just gonna die? That's all it is. Now, I wasn't confident with this guy shooting because it wasn't a really high percentage, and considering that he was still technically, wait, was he out of cover? Oh, whatever. But in any case, I decided to do a smoke grenade, so that if he tried to do anything, that he wouldn't be able to, like, if he tried to mind fray us or anything, mind frame me, he wouldn't have been able to do it. He would have had less accuracy. If the mind fray works on accuracy, I'm not too sure if it does. It probably just works with Constitution or the equivalent of Constitution anyway. Speaking of Constitution, one of my plans that I wanted to showcase with this, with the bloody, what's it called? Did I get hit? I don't know. In any case, one of the series I wanted to do was a oh crap, what's it called? Baldur's Gate 2. I would like to do that, but it's gonna put so much time into it. I actually have to learn from scratch how to actually play it, because I've got it and I have not done anything with it. And just to finish off, a shiv, prison style. Actually, prison style, you do it from behind. But yeah, so I collect that, and that's the end of the mission. So no more enemies. I think do I go in? Yeah, I go in, I pick that sort of stuff up, and I think just for the rest of the mission, I just go around and grab, yeah, I think I go, just hack the terminal, get in the evac, and go from there. So, yeah, there we go, so already. So yeah. I wonder how easy it would be to hack these type of terminals in reality. Like, how much time would you actually need? What type of programming would you need? How would you access it in the first place? Does it involve like some sort of USB or some other connection to interface with it? Some sort of jack or some sort? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not an expert in computers. I know how to use them. I know how to fix basic stuff on it. But yeah. So with these hacking things, you get to choose one of these particular rewards, and these rewards don't have any effect. So I think just because of the percentage type, I think I end up going with the small cash. And funnily enough, it actually passed. And I was thinking to myself, damn it, I should have chose the higher one. There was nothing to lose. But yeah. Honestly didn't think it was going to work, but you know what? It worked. It helped. I guess next time I'll try and do something like that. So here we go, we move out here, and there we go. Yes, calls the Sky Range. I actually, when I was playing this, I actually forgot what button to press, which is why I made that character walk out of the train. Okay, so now I'm just moving everyone into the particular vicinity, so that yeah, because I've only got one turn here. So depending on how many enemies you have left on the map, your evac request turns can actually increase. So when I first played this mission, when I had 29 enemies worth, I called in an evac once I got all of my once I got the information, like once I hacked the terminal. It was going to take a good 7 turns. Now, when you've got 7 turns to go, and you have about 20 odd enemies chasing after you, and you're held in one corner of the map just defending yourself, just basically overwatching and just trying to survive as long as you can. It doesn't work out too well. In fact, for me, when I played, by the time those 7 turns were up, I had gone from 8 to 1. From 8 people, actually, was it 7? No, it was 7 people to 1, because one of them died when they were trying to hack. So they got the information, then got killed, and then I was going to evac everyone then. So from 7 to... I had 1 by the last turn, and by the time the thing was going to show up, like I had 1 turn to go, I ended up dying. And like I ended up bleeding out, and when you bleed out, you can't do anything from there. So there we go, end of the mission. Everyone's been evac'd. Very successful. No deaths, which is fantastic. I was very happy with this mission. I was kind of getting to the point where, you know what, I'm getting used to this. I mean, check that out. So 9 enemies killed, 2 wounded, which seems like a common thing at the moment. So that's 6 of my soldiers who have been wounded. So that's not cool. But I got an excellent rating, which I was really happy about. So yeah, it was all good. All worked out in the end. I'm very happy about that. So Operation Spider-Knife, ooh, and that was a successful shot, 83.33%, and a new record in average attack. But I missed what it was, so we'll have to look at another time. So here we go, we're going to promote people. So this guy is a Grenadier, which is, I think, the new one, and I'm just trying to find out which ones. So we got Needle Grenade Sapper and Rapid Deployment. I think I ended up going Needle Grenades. Or was it Rapid Deployment? I can't remember. Which one did I choose? I can't see from here. I'm trying to read it now, and because I'm using a small screen to look at everything while this is recording, I can't get it. So what do I end up doing? Oh, okay, Rapid Deployment. Fair enough. Okay, so I get now I've got an extra Shinobi, which is wicked. He turns into an Assault, so he's got the run and gun ability, which is great. What do I end up doing with this guy? So this guy is a Ranger. I think he ends up getting... Is it the... which one do I end up doing? I can't remember. I think it was the one involving the machete, so it could be the up close and personal. Because as much as the walk fire, as much as he's getting a bonus to 20 bonus to hit, the fact that I'll get 30 less critical, plus it uses up 2 ammo, it's gonna catch me out. Crap! Did I actually get it? Oh damn it! I didn't think I did. Whoops. Oh well. I guess I ended up doing it because the other ones were good. You know, I'm trying to think offensively. What would be the best offense to do this sort of stuff? Because my job in this, my mentality in this is to defeat and is to kill aliens. That's it. Nothing, you know, that's my main priority. But this guy, the gunner, so I think, what do we end up doing? We end up doing center mass, because, yeah, that's just the way it's going to be for me. So, yeah, ends up getting a hair trigger, so an X and 10 intel. Oh, the agility, sorry, so 5 extra dodge. So that's cool. Very successful mission, very happy about that. And I think we end up leaving it there. So, guys, thanks everyone. I'd save the game here. And we will see you for the next mission. So, everyone, so long.